Hello? It's the 15th. Who's ready to spin? Ooh, my glasses are so dirty. Hang on. I hope you're more ready than I am. I didn't really do a lot today. I packed a bunch of orders. Unless you ordered this morning, your order has gone out. Hello. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Lee. You're not ready? Oh, it's raining here, so I had to close the window really quickly so it wouldn't, so you wouldn't be able to hear it. Hello, Andy and Wendy. I'm trying to quickly get through this braid because I need to oil the spindle on my wheel inside the bobbin. Hey, Chris and Hens. Look at you guys. What's up? Hello, Rachel. Shanna. I actually got a message asking you if you were okay this morning. I did not announce it because you said that I should say if you weren't here today. So I didn't, but yeah, I actually had somebody being like, "Hey, is she okay?" Hello, Eileen. And Heather, two Heathers. Hey, Kimberly and Mel, look at you guys. Lee said it's coming my way. It's so dry. Yes. Oh my gosh. She said mowed in a dirt storm. Last weekend, I think it was, I mowed our lawn and I felt like I could barely do it with my eyes open because even though I had my glasses on, I kept running into this cloud of dirt and dust. It was terrible. Hey, Aaron. Shanna said, I'm good, out of hospital and doing well. Oh my goodness, now I'm having trouble. Hey, Carol and Kate. Kate said, afternoon combing Romanov for a breed study. So much guard hair. I don't think I've ever spun Romanov unless I did it in the early study I did. Eileen said, so happy for you, Laughing Lioness. Hello, Heather and Cheryl. Cindy's got a first ply done. Look at you guys. You guys are kicking butt. Hey, Sherry. Oh, she just clocked back in from lunch. Sorry. Hey, Kay. Haven't seen you in a little while. Eileen said Romanov. Never heard of that sheep. Have to go and look it up. Ooh, wait. Before I go any further, you guys. Can you see this? It's so cool. And this is all I have left. So I'm getting close. Shanna said don't even have to have a follow-up doctor's visit. IV fluids and modern medicine are great, but so appreciate the natural paths to stay healthy. Hello, Aaron and Julie and Kate. I've been watching Julie spin some mohair. Kate said it's a rare one, Eileen. Hello, Jelaine. That's a pretty name. Welcome from Maryland. Were you at Maryland Sheep and Wool? I didn't see you. Actually, maybe I did. I can't really tell from the little tiny pictures on here. Mel said, need to finish plying my second sock bobbin. Are you excited? Jelaine said, Persinger, I did some, I don't know if it's Persinger or Persinger. I did some genealogy research of Persingers from 1800 in Virginia. Related. My friend actually worked for a Persinger here, so. Kimberly said I started on a new braid. What are you spinning, Kimberly? I gotta turn this up a little. It's driving me nuts. Jelaine said, no, we didn't see each other, too much rain. I did leave early. Yeah, sorry, Rachel. I've heard that before. Just kind of feel like everybody deserves some acknowledgement. Chris said, it's very happy, that bobbin. It's almost too happy, right? It's intense. Hey, Elisa. Welcome. Yes. Aaron. Aaron said, Jelaine, perhaps it's my married name. Oh, it's okay. Kimberly said it's a beautiful blue. I'm sure we'll get to see a picture, right? Oh, I think I just got wool in my eye. Jelaine said she's Manic Spinner on Ravelry. And Sherry said Romanoff is on her spreadsheet of 376 sheep breeds. Hey Jan, just popping in to say hi. Can't stay long. Happy spinning, knitting, etc. I have not touched my knitting in like probably almost a week. I bet last Saturday was the last time I knitted. Aaron said, Kate, I'm so intimidated by the Romanoff. Kate, what is unique about Romanoff? Tell us. I need to know. Cindy said, at some point, can you discuss technique for spinning across the top? I tend to not be able to get the fibers to move over and end up spinning down the edge. Yes, Cindy. Actually, I can do that. That's a great topic. Darn, why don't I have paper right here? I'll have to go back through this. Because I know what you're saying. You mean for controlling the color. Hey, Margarita and Joanna. Joanna just sat down to spin Christmas sock yarn singles. Blah, blah, blah. I was going to say signals. Buttons, hi, welcome. From Fife, Scotland. Love watching you all. Can spin, needle, felt, knit, and crochet. Thank you for being here. Thanks for coming. Welcome to your first time at the Crazy House. Jelaine asked if Sherry will share the spreadsheet. Heather said I'm on the leg of my second sock for sock week. Finished the first one Wednesday afternoon. Oh, Kimberly is going to take her Canadian production wheel, Delphia, or is it Delphia, to my spinning guild tomorrow and spin that shipwreck bat. So excited about that. I can't wait to see that. I mean, I know I said it before, but that green is not one that I would pick, but I just fell in love with that bat. I got to do it again. Bye, Sherry. Aaron said I'm purely intimidated by the amount of Romanov they gave us. Rico, hey, how you doing? Hello, Jenny. Candy, hi. Shanna said, because you're a fiber artist and not a calligrapher. There you go. Okay, Kate said, Romanov is double coated, but weird because the soft, short wool is the exterior and the bristly guard hairs are the interior. That sounds really different. Like something I've never tried before. Wendy said, I've been teaching my son's girlfriend how to blend Rolegs. I've created a monster, but they've made some really pretty stuff. They are knitting the Rolegs I've spun for them. Good. Hi, Lori M. Can I just say, Lori M., thank you so much for your input because you really made me feel better. Your comment on yesterday. I'm not going to go deep into it, but that made me feel a lot better. Thank you. Sherry said she would share her spreadsheet. Eileen said, just reading about Romanoff and Sheep and Fiber source book, strongly double coated. Do you find the wool is soft if you can get rid of the guard hair? Oh, Rico said, I secretly want a CPW, which is Canadian production wheel. I have no idea why. I like watching people spin on them. I mean, that's a good enough reason, isn't it, Rico? That reminds me. Chris asked a little while ago why I want a Magicraft Rose. And before things get going too quick, I'm just telling you that the reason is because there was a girl in my spinning group. I say girl because she's like, I don't know, younger than me. She's still a woman, a grown adult woman. She had one. She was really struggling with it. And I said, do you mind if I try to adjust it, the tension for you? Because she was kind of a newer spinner. And she let me. And once I got it going, I was spinning on it, I was like, okay, I'm in love with this wheel. So that's the reason why I think I want one. Mel said, yes, do shipwreck again. Hello, Melissa. Kimberly said the new braid is from Taiping with Dixie. Is that right? Color Calvin's merino and silk. Nice. Chris said now it's not a secret that Rico wants a CPW. Hey, Deb. You're back home. Just where you need to be. Aaron, thanks. Aaron said drop a like for Trish. I can't remember it for anything. Trippin' with Dixie. Okay. Rebecca said I got my Woolly flyer, but no package from England. What was in the package from England? Hello, Carrie. Kate said yes, very easy to spin once the majority of the guard hair is off. Squishy too. I'm combing now, but I'm going to card also to see the difference. That is really interesting. The plum sheep, oh my gosh, Jenny, right? Said, how do you show your e-spinner at the same time as the other camera? I have 2 cameras on, and I use OBS. I can't even remember. Open broadcast, maybe? I can't remember what it stands for, but I use OBS so I can capture both at once and go live that way. Does that make sense? Did I say that right? It's free. OBS is free. It took me a while to learn it, but, and Brian, who used to come pretty often to the lives, is the one who, like, told me that it would do what I wanted to do, if that makes sense. He's the one that clued me in to use it. Hey, Nyla. She said, traveling with Spindle, join when I can. Terry said, thumb have been hurting too much to spin, but have been knitting a mini skein sampler. That sounds fun. Hey, J. Dieselette. Hey, Stephanie, how are you? Oh, I didn't set my timer. Oh, you guys are lucky today. Hang on, we gotta set the timer. Okay. Now it's going. Hey, Linda. Linda said, hello, all beautiful day in sunny Alberta, probably, right? Great day for drying fiber. It's raining here, but that's okay. We need it. Jenny said, awesome. It's fun to see both. Thanks. Yes, Jenny. Okay, good. Good. Phew. Jelaine asked if it's 5 p.m. yet. We're getting there. Rachel said, I'm spinning a merino silk and bamboo roving on my drop spindle in between dyeing silk scarves. That sounds really nice. Oh, fun. Rebecca said, it's a mystery basket of different fibers and goodies. It's stuck in customs. It's been almost 2 months since I paid for it. That happened to me once. I think it was last winter, Rebecca, and eventually I did get it, but it was stuck for a while. Which reminds me, I was, I can't even explain why it reminds me, but I was designing a Halloween blend yesterday. You know, I designed a couple, like, custom blends last year, or earlier this year, and I was thinking, would you guys be interested in that? Is that something that you might want to spin? Like a Halloween-themed blend? Hey, Michelle. Jenny said, I know you don't love to talk about the membership on these, but I can't see where to join. I want to. Hey, I'm going to assume you're Jen, but tell me if you're not. I'm going to call you Jen anyways for generator. Hello? Lori said, what timer? I don't see a timer. Lori. I mean, I really can stay until John gets home. So he had to stop on the way home today. I don't know exactly what time he'll be here. Kimberly said, Rico, I will post more video of me spinning on mine. I'll show y'all shipwreck in progress. Because she's got a Canadian production wheel. Heather said, oh, lucky us. I've missed several days because of work and things. And I'm happy to sit through a longer live. You're going to get one. Dev said, I haven't been getting to my spinning as much as I want. Apparently, I've been hired as the maid here and no one told me. I think hiring includes being paid, does it not? Heather, sorry you guys, correct myself up. Heather says we don't need no stinking timer. That's right. You guys, Deb clued me into the world of the knitting drama, knitting content creator drama that I knew nothing about because I'm always in the dark, which is great. And yesterday I just went down a rabbit hole. Hey, Trivia. Stephanie said I'm running out of errands and saw you were on, so now I'm taking a break and sitting in the parking lot. Good. Mel's ready for wine o'clock this Friday. Oh. Oh, thanks, Eileen. How are you feeling? Eileen's just getting over COVID. And I wouldn't tell you guys that except she said it publicly. So don't think I'm like telling people's health stuff because I wouldn't do that without permission. Carrie said I would be interested in spinning pretty much anything that I haven't spun yet. All right. A little bit like me. Heather said if I spun, you guys are wearing me down. I'd love a Halloween fiber. Oh, he is home. I can hear him. That's okay. I'm staying still. We'll at least get through the timer. Deb said yes to Halloween. Hi.
Hey, baby.
Wendy said yes, I love Halloween. Hang on. Wait. Come back. Okay, your buddy. Thank you. Yes. Mel said what drama? Carrie said knitting drama. How does that happen? Oh gosh. Okay, so I'm not gonna tell you the whole story because I don't think I even know it, but I don't know, Erin. No. Erin said the knitting dude controversy. This is old stuff. Eileen said, "Hey, I'm a new member. So nice. I can now support your channel, Trish. Just press join here on YT." If you have an Apple or an iPhone, you have to go through a different process, and I honestly can't remember. Julie might be able to tell you. It was just like people trying to be canceled, and so many. Cindy said there are too many. I try not to pay attention. I had no idea any of that was going on because I just live in my little hobbit hole, and it's fine. This is why I stay away. That's so funny. Carrie said, isn't it funny how our ears just perked up? I mean, you guys can find it yourselves. It's all over YouTube. Oh, good. Eileen said, haha, no worries, not a secret. I mean, I figured since you said it yesterday, it wasn't. I would not do that. Andy said knitting drama. Thank you, Andy. Does not compute. Like, people are making drama out of very small pickings. I'm just saying. Erin said, I'm the opposite. Tell me all the drama as long as it doesn't involve me. Chris asked, how can you manage dyeing this much Halloween themed fiber? So I wouldn't be dyeing it. It would be blended for me. It's a blend that I would design, I wouldn't dye it. Does that make sense? Like someone cards it out of, you know what I mean? Mel. You guys are funny. Mel said I have an errand for John to run to do. No. It's okay. He doesn't care if I stay for a little while. He got out of work early today because he needed to go do some stuff. So, Chris said it's not your fault, John. Trish forgot the timer. I know, Carrie, don't they look nice and cozy and like you could just lay down on the couch with a blanket, bread and cheese, lots of books. Melissa said hi, John. Carrie and I, everybody said hi, John. Shanna said I logged into YouTube through Safari to find the join button, and then once I went back into my app, I was a member. Okay, so is that how you did it? Rebecca asked what would be in the blend. Oh no. Did you guys see that? That's okay. It's all right. Luther's laying on my wool anyway. What I have picked out right now is black BFL, and then two different colors of Sari Silk and some Firestar. I don't want to tell you the colors because that would like give it away. Oh, hang on. Let me turn this off. Otherwise I'll hit the thing by accident. Rico said I would totally spin right now, but I just drove too far to my doctor appointment and my skin is doing that tingle thing from the heat. Tingle thing? I got wool in my mouth. Julie said on an iPhone, it's still there. Why does that happen to me every time? On an iPhone, find notifications, scroll down to YouTube, and if it's set to... Oh, that, Julie, that's, for the notifications, right? They're talking about for the join button. Deb said, Melanie, I was going to say something along those lines too. You guys are funny. Rebecca said, John, we all love you too. He just went up to his office. He's probably listening though. That's right. Mel said Team Hobbit hole. Chris said that the blend makes great sense. So what I was thinking is, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but if you use sari silk for like your color in something, or a color that's very, what's the word? That's got a very big contrast. It doesn't really blend. It just gives you these pops of color that don't really blend. And that's why I wanted to use the black with the sari silk as like the pops of color. I'll probably do it. Now I'm talking myself into it. Carrie said I'm in for at least 8 ounces. Hey, Lana. Tingle Thing is her burlesque name. I didn't even know we could have a burlesque name. Crystal said, found out about that fleece. Which one? But that's helpful too, Julie. It was very, I just, gosh. Who was it that found how to do it on the, I thought it was Julie. Erin said, I'm knitting right now. I hurt my hand, my hand, pretty hand. What does that mean? A couple weeks ago. And it's finally feeling better enough to knit. Yay. Andy said, oops, I just spent a bundle on a cashmere sweater kit. That doesn't count as stash, right? I don't think kits should count. Candy said, no candy in a Halloween blend. That must be eaten instead. Julie said, I think you just need to be on a laptop or a desktop. Okay. Rico said, I'm laughing at myself. I read John button and thought you were allowing people to contact John for consulting or something. Wait, am I crazy? I can't allow people to contact John. He's too cute. We've got to keep him in his ivory tower. Tyra said, good afternoon. Yeah, I made it again. It's so hot here in Central Oregon. Trying to stay cool. What are you doing? Mel said, I just spit water out my nose. What? I hope you weren't spinning. Candy said, nope, if you use it, then it doesn't count as stash. I feel like if it's a kit, it's like spoken for, so it doesn't count. Lana said, I started weaving from the fold for the first time. I'm really enjoying the results. I'm sorry, I'm just closing a little pop-up on my stupid computer. Yes, Carrie said, Candy, that is a very good point. Trivia said, I think that blend sounds amazing. I love sari silk for the doesn't really blend reason. That's why I like it too, because it always, even if it's in the same color, you can see it like pop up. I don't know. It just doesn't blend, which is good. Stephanie said that sounds like it would be fun with the black as the main color. I think I'm going to do it. You guys are talking me into it. Carrie said, Mel, sorry, not sorry. Lisa said, how much would shipping be to Oz? It just depends on what you actually want. Shipping to Australia it's crazy. Like, I've sent quite a few warping bars, and they're like between $75 and $100 to ship to Australia, which makes sense because you're like the opposite side of the world, but still. Oh, right. Crystal said the fleece troll was looking into for her merino for $300 per fleece. It depends on how big it is and how clean and all that stuff. Are you going to buy one? Inquiring minds. Aaron said I finally get on a live and have to split early. Oh well, have fun spinning. Bye, Aaron. I hope you're not already gone. Um, Eileen Saha just knit it up quickly, then it's not stash. There you go. Trivia said, don't lie, Trish. Kits absolutely count as stash. I feel like they don't, okay? In my definition, they don't. Candy said, bummer, Aaron. Okay, Aaron said, I meant hurt my hand pretty bad. All groovy now, though. Thank goodness. I think I saw a picture, Aaron. Did you put a picture on Facebook of your injury? Not your injury. It was wrapped, I believe. Kimberly said, sorry, missed all that. My husband just walked in and surprised me in a good way with tickets to the band that plays our song. Aw, during an upcoming trip to Boston. That's fun. Thank you. Lee said it's technically closed in my world. That's what I'm saying. Trivia said if they didn't count, my wallet would be in more trouble and I literally can't afford that. Well, I don't know what to say. Melissa said, going to have to rewatch because hubby filling me in about family update and mechanical checklists. I don't know what are they for. Lana said, I think weaving from the fold would be easier on a spinning wheel instead of drop spindle. But do I ever do anything easy? I mean, do we mean drafting from the fold? Rachel said, I have a quick question. If I'm doing coarse bidding, what is that? What kind of yarn do you use? Core spinning. You mean for the core? I'm assuming you meant core spinning and maybe you're speaking it. Just clarify for me. Crystal said I went with no because I can't afford that, especially since I can find merino all over the place already prepped. I mean, to me, that price would be high. But everyone has their own threshold, and I don't want anyone to think that I'm telling them, that their price, it's not an okay price for you, but to me, that's high. Stephanie said, okay, bye, I have to start driving, but I will be here, just not responding. Bye, Stephanie. Carrie said, I always mean to start new fiber right away, but by the time I finish whatever I'm working on, something new has popped up. You're singing the song of my people. 100%. I have such good intentions. I have so many projects I want to do, and I'm only one person. Shanna said, getting ready to head to the snow cone stand. Today is National Gummy Worm Day. I did not know that. And they have gummy worm snow cones. Little man will be ecstatic. Just need to get the wool out of my mouth. Same. Enjoy your snow cone. Kim said he also got Red Sox tickets. I'm so spoiled. Rebecca said, ask John, can a person convert a band drive to a chain drive for a drum carder? If he's listening, he'll come and tell us. If he's not, I will ask him after, Rebecca. He could be working. I'm not sure what he's doing up there in his office. Worky, businessy stuff. Hi, Kiera. And Heather. Gosh, your timing. Candy said, oh my, those get pretty hard when they're cold. Love a good snow cone. Who doesn't? Reminds you of being a kid. Rico said, oh, I've been so obsessed with spinning, I forgot that I know how to knit, and then I have 5 UFOs. Okay, Rachel, you meant core spinning, right? So I have seen people use a lot of different things, but I personally like a linen or a cotton yarn that is not spun very hard, but a lot of people really like mohair. So I would say try one of those, any one of those. And actually, I do plan to do a core spinning video that will also incorporate coiled yarns because you guys had so many questions. Well, not maybe you guys who are here right now this minute, but there were so many questions on the one I did a couple months ago. So that is in the schedule, coming. Eileen said, not doing super on the spinning front since I missed the whole start of the Tour de Fleece, but I started knitting a new cardi last Sunday. I'm flying through so quickly it might be done this weekend. Nice. What was the pattern, Eileen? Or is it one that you designed yourself? Oh, Lana said yes, drafting from the fold, still learning technical terms. Ray, hello. Aaron said, Rico, I thought the same thing before. Tracy was working. Don't you hate how work gets in the way of all the fun time? I do. Dang. Crystal said, I don't know how many pounds are in that fleece, etc. So many details. That's it. But I mean, a good size merino would be like 10, right? So that's still pretty high. Mel said, I've got about 10 pounds of tart cherries. Yum. To pit and freeze in a little bit here. Better change out of my white pants. Mel, you are so busy. You're always doing stuff. Where do you get your energy? I need to know. Yes, Jelaine, this is still live. Jelaine's computer crashed. Carrie said to Mel, the first time I pitted a bunch of cherries, I was grossed out because it looked like a crime scene. Candy said, do you have a pitter, Melanie? I want the one that does 6 or more at a time. I didn't even know there was such a thing. Yes, still live, Jelaine. Oh, you guys are so funny today. Rachel said, sounds great. Do you have a place to buy it? Well, let me think about that. I like the cotton that I get from Great Northern Weaving for the core. It is 8-2 cotton. It's called Maysville. So if you look at their website, and they ship really fast, they ship like the next day, which I love. I hate a slow shipper. I know smaller businesses, like, I'll always put up with it, but I love a fast shipper. Let's put it that way. Cindy said, it's been since October since I cast on anything. I forgot how to do a long tail cast on. I've been knitting for about 13 years. Cindy, it happens that we forget those things. Good thing there's YouTube. It saves me whenever I forget how to do one. Julie said, Carrie, ha, cherry massacre. Oh, we're going to stay a few minutes. Heather said to Mel, how do you pit them? I did 2 pounds once using a pop bottle and a chopstick, and my everything was stained. Okay, Jelaine is spinning a Corriedale cross during Tour de Fleece, a fleece she picked up at Maryland Sheep and Wool. Yummy and gorgeous color. Do you know what the cross was? I'm just nosy. I'm so nosy about what everybody's spinning. You don't even know. Kim said, wow, caught an episode live. Hi, Kim. Almost finished my spin and will probably apply it this weekend. Margarita said, we picked 25 pounds of blueberries this morning. I am going Monday. Monday's a rest day. So I am going to go to this farm we used to go to all the time when we lived in Holland and pick blueberries. I don't think I'll get 25 pounds, but we'll see. Eileen said Alpine Glow. Simple cables on the front, little bit of waist shaping, just nice and simple. Sounds like a good thing while you're recovering and stuff though, right? You know, a good project for that. Kira said, okay, I'm almost done with my blanket and was wondering where the best place to sell it is. I guess I would try Facebook Marketplace and or Etsy. Mel said it's an illusion. My house does look like a crime scene even before the cherries. Pitter is on the Amazon truck now. I have one, but it's one at a time, so slow. Hey, Tina. Rachel said, thanks for the info. Now I'm off to start dyeing scarves. I'll be listening. Bye, Rachel. I mean, I know you're not leaving, but bye. Candy said, I would love to be able to pick a ton of blueberries. Just the low bush, tiny wild ones are starting to ripen. They're on like the second wave here. The early ones are done. Hello, Sharon. Crystal said, throw some undyed yarn around and soak up that cherry color. There you go. I think that's a stain, though, not a dye. What are we doing? Kimberly said, I think I have fiber ADD jumping from one project to another. Wait, is that FADD? Mel said I had one the other day shoot Jews 4 feet in the air. That's amazing. Carrie said I'm spinning a bat she made. Merino, BFL, Corriedale. Flax, sari silk, silk, and sparkle. That sounds really, really cool. Oh, good. Okay, Margarita said there were 7 people picking. Last time I picked, I think I went with my sister, so it's been 10 years. Because, yes, I don't think I've gone since then. And I picked 11 pounds. Carrie says I like them chunky, apparently. Rico said, I used to avoid anything fibrous or hairy. I hated fuzz. Now if I see something of fluff, I wonder if I can spin, and I gotta grab it. Like the cotton in the top of a pill bottle. Where you're like, I could spin this. So many people have said that. Sharon is starting a pair of DK socks. Mel, didn't you say that that's what your sock yarn is coming out to be? DK? Aaron said, Carrie, that sounds yummy. Gussie. Sorry, he brought something in here to chew. Ugh. You just gave me the stink eye, too. Aaron said, Carrie, that sounds yummy. Oh, goodness. Okay, Eileen said, so funny. I didn't even know that I made up my own way of long-tailed cast-on. Only found out watching YouTube that I'm the only one using my right hand. Your right hand with the needle or to hold the yarn? Lana said, I'd love to dye with blueberries. I think the yarn would be beautiful. I feel like I've seen that. Have you Googled it? Candy said, that's funny, Eileen. Melody said, I just saw that you were podcasting. Hope you all are well. Hope you're well, Melody. I'm doing fine. Candy has craft ADHD. I think a lot of us do. Carrie said she's enjoying the texture a lot. Eileen said to Lana, I'm not sure dyeing with blueberries would be very color fast. Most berries are pretty fugitive. Crystal said, no, you really cannot spin the cotton that comes from a pill bottle very well. But how do you know that, Crystal? Is it because you tried? Lots of people try. Kiera said, oh, and if anyone would like one, I'm happy to make you all one too, a blanket. Molly asked, how is Gus? He's doing well. He's had some yeast trouble just growing on his skin, like overgrowth on his skin. So we have been bathing him in a shampoo that's special for that, and it seems to really help, like 2 or 3 times, and things get better. Oh, Trivia spun her parents' dog's coat, so Corgi Husky Golden Retriever mix. That sounds cool. Mel said, yes, DK socks are the best. I've only knit 3 pairs of socks in my life. My first pair was DK, and they are my fave when I grow up. Ooh, it cut you off, huh? Ray said, so far I've spun and created 3 projects. Wow! 2 headbands, knitted Fair Isle, and a woven scarf. All right, that's way more than I've done. Okay, that's enough. Thank you. Lana said, I haven't Googled it yet. The blueberry dyeing, I think you mean, right? Trivia said, holding yarn with the right hand while knitting is more of a UK thing. Candy said, I do the same. See something and think, can I spin that? I tried corn silk and milkweed pods. Both were a Pinterest fail. I've had so many of those, you don't even want to know. A lot of them have been recipes, though. A lot. Then they go away. Crystal said to Rico, do we need an intervention? Look into stinging nettles. Oh, I've seen that. Oh, Mel said, want to be super sock knitters like you. You sounds like you are already. Hi. Crystal said, I did try to spin the forbidden cotton. See? Oh, Eileen said, I cast on mirror image to everyone else. I thought I must have learned that way from my mom, but I asked her to show me how she cast on, and she does it the normal way. Maybe you still learned it from her because she was facing you. Could that be? Carrie said I will actually set a time for 15 minutes to work on a project, and when it goes off, I switch projects and reset it. Do you do that so that you don't like get ignore them all the rest and get on one? Why, Julie? Julie said in my next life I want to come back as one of your pups. What are you doing? It's rude. So you're rude. We don't do that on the internet, do we? People used to say to really everybody in John's family that they wish they could come back as a Clark dog because all the Clarks love their dogs, too much. I don't know about too much, but we all kind of let them run the show. Oh, Jelane's ambidextrous. Can you cast on both ways, Jelaine? Rico said, I just wonder so much. Have we discovered all the natural spinning fiber options, or did we stop when we figured out how to exploit what would work? I feel like people are still trying things, but I don't really know. Okay, Lana said, right, I haven't Googled blueberry dyeing yet, but I'm sure someone has tried. I've seen it using beets. I have seen both. Hannah said, with a long tail cast on, I alternate hands depending on the project. One way goes on like a knit, the other a purl. Now I feel like I need to learn to do it the other way. Erin said I stepped away for a moment but heard something about blueberries as a dye. Yeah, they will not actually dye the fabric. It's more of a stain, so the color will change and brightness will fade. Sharon loves the 15-minute idea. Oh, especially for all her whips. Oh, Melissa! Oh, good. You found your sample. You know what? I was just thinking yesterday that I forgot to do that. I am so sorry. Yeah, Jelaine said I can knit both ways. I actually can knit both ways, and then I can also knit backwards, but I don't really do it very often. I don't really mind purling. Carrie said I do that because I want to work on everything at once and my brain gets overwhelmed. So if I know I get to switch in 15 minutes, I can focus on the present moment. Bye, Shanna. I'm so glad you're feeling better. Enjoy your snow cone. Yeah, Chris said can't love a dog too much. I think what I mean is like kind of like spoiling them. But these guys aren't spoiled. They're perfect. Heather said, I have seen dyeing with Concord grape skins. I'm sure you could do with blueberries. There's a natural dyeing book at work I can flip through for you. Carrie said to Sharon, if I have more than 3, I use the Tiny Decisions app to pick which... That's actually so smart too. Oh, Carrie, why have you never told me this before? Molly got dark beige with blueberries. Candy said I used to cast on doing that loop around your finger and put it on the needle, so a backwards loop. I also knit into the back of the stitch when I first started. Didn't know I was supposed to knit in the front. My mom always did that, Candy. And that's not really wrong. Like, if you do a different purl, it comes out looking exactly the same. Lana asked, will it fade even if you use a mordant? I don't really know. You guys, these people who have done it before will know more. I haven't had much success with natural dyeing. I'm unnatural. Jelaine said, I don't mind purling either. It's just a variation of knitting. Go ahead, Melissa. Yeah, that would be good. I'm so sorry I forgot. I thought about it the other day and I was like, you need to just go set it down. And of course, being me, it just went. Hey, Lori H. Rico said I must move. I need no timer. I also drink lots of water. Rebecca said I had to learn left-handed techniques to teach my aunt who is left-handed. I feel like that's so much dedication to learn a new technique to teach someone else. I admire that. I really do. Hello, Poppycat. Kate said, off to make rolls for dinner. Oh, gosh, John wishes he was having dinner at your house. Look at this. Can you see this? Just got a little 15-yard 2-ply sampler of Romanov. I'll post pictures on Facebook. Thank you. I would love to see that. Sharon's going to look into the Tiny Decisions app. Carrie said because you already have so much wisdom. Yes, Candy asked, you still enjoying spinning some color after all that gray, Trish? I am, but I do feel like, you know, because the singles are so skinny that it's taking a long time. Anne said, I dyed using coffee and paprika. I used alum for an alkaline bath, which works better than acid with natural pigments. Baking soda helps tweak the colors. Candy wants rolls also. She said all bread forms are good. Mel drinks. Erin said, Kate, awesome. Cannot wait to see the yarn. I'm looking forward to seeing that too. That's really interesting. Hello, Rita. Chris said, does your home have door, threshold, black holes too? Eileen said, I think it will, Lana. Most natural dyeing books will say that most berry dyes will not be color fast. That's why I haven't really tried dyeing with them myself. He is cute. Oh, okay. Chris meant walk through and forget why. That has always been me. Even when I was a kid, Tracy said I have been watching him. Making himself a little snuggle spot. That's like the perfect place for the little square too, because you can still see him. Mel asked how many ounces this braid is. They sent 8 ounces and I split it in half, so it should be about 4. I didn't weigh it, but you know, fingers crossed. Lana said, I taught myself to knit left-handed too because my mom is left-handed, but she knits right-handed. Go figure. As long as it works, that's all that matters. Jenny said, can you go over how to estimate yardage again with weight? I'm so confused by it. Hey, Rhonda. So Jenny, when I do it, it's mostly because it's experience, if that makes sense. So do you mean how much yardage you can get from a certain like weight of wool? Now he's over there scratching. Carrie said no bread left behind. Yep, Rita said baking soda has wonderful uses. So many. I was just using it to clean my stove this morning. Rico said, oh, my dude took the pup to the ranch. He just put money on so she could feel out the energy. Are you moving, Rico? Right. Lana said, won't know unless you try. That's right. Exactly. Lori said, I'm still learning to knit, but it is slow going. I'm a non-traditional style knitter going to attempt my first knitting project this weekend. Exciting. Candy said, hey, Rita, it will get quicker and easier over time, Lori, regardless of your method. Andy said, my dog was growling at him until he went under the blanket. He even growls at the cartoon animals on TV. He does too. If I have them on my phone, he will come up and like get his face up in my phone and then he'll look behind it like he can't figure that out. It's cute. Lana said, isn't baking soda a modifier? Look at you guys. Erin wants to know what everybody's plans are this weekend for fiber arts. Carrie said, I cleaned my stove today too. I used Dawn. That stuff works for everything. Carrie, what do you use like for, do you use a cloth or do you use some certain kind of scrubby? I hate cleaning the stove. I find it's the worst, one of my worst chores. Really, Candy said our dog used to bark at 101 Dalmatians. That's so funny. You mean the cartoon one, right? Not the one they made later with the... Oh, excuse me. Sorry. I don't know if you guys can hear him groaning like an old man, but he is. Yep, Rita said, practice makes perfect, Lori, plus plenty of mistakes. They're just steps on your success journey. Ray said, finish spinning about 209 grams of Rambouillet. That sounds nice. Eileen said to Jenny, I usually go onto Ravelry and look up the yardage of the design I like or similar to my project. I do that a lot. Even if the project that I'm doing isn't identical, I'll like go look up a shawl that's close to the same size or a pair of socks the same size or whatever. But if I'm knitting something for John and it is I'm trying to think about the way I want to say it. I usually figure I need 10 to 20% more yarn for him because I always have to make everything longer, like the body of a sweater, the arms of the sweater. So it's not unusual for me to add 10% or even a little bit more depending on who. Oh, Cindy said crud cutter. Okay, I'm going to get some. I'll try it. I'll try anything. Rhonda said, I've been trying to get the kitchen put together finally. I've been working on the sock and spinning on my new spindle. I need to get my eel wheel out and finish that braid so I can try to make a tour to Fleece School. Rhonda, you have so much on your plate right now. Oh, Eileen said there's a country fair in my local park here in London this weekend. Apparently there will be sheep and some interesting sheep breeds, so now I have to go. Please, I want to hear about it. I want to hear about the interesting breeds, especially. Trivia said, my weekend fiber plans are pray it's sunny and keep washing all my 100 pounds of wool. 100 pounds? Carrie said, I hate it so much. I don't even cook that much. I just use one of those sponges with the green scrubby layer on one side. Okay. I think I'm a little bit too perfectionist when it comes to cleaning my stove, to be honest. Heather said, my weekend fiber plans is to finish the second sock and then putting rounds in on my Halloween gold wing sweater. Candy want to wash some more fleeces this weekend, finish my ice queen spin, finish 2 of my blanket squares since I decided to do 2 at a time, and sew some quilt blocks. Holy cow, that's a lot. Molly's teaching her hubby how to tie-dye t-shirts. She got him a kit for his birthday. I love that. Carrie said my weekend fiber plans are to knit on one of my hand-spun sweaters during D&D and keep working on that fleece. So you can take your knitting to D&D? Okay, now I really want to try it. Rita's knitting a shawl with one of her first hand-spun. That's good. Keep it. Keep it forever because I got rid of mine and I regret it. Heather said, Erin, going to the lake. I haven't decided what knitting project to take yet, but I'm planning on teaching my mother-in-law how to crochet. You guys have a lot of plans. John and I are going to do some more dyeing, and he's going to dye the next 4 of those words. We talked about it last night, and he told me which bases he wants to use and stuff. So I know we're going to do that, and I'll be here because Monday's the next rest day, so I'll be here too for lives. Lori said I use baking soda and lemon juice on my stovetop. I use baking soda. I haven't tried lemon juice, but I might have to. Rico said it's his parents and his property. I want to tell you the shining detail, but I was told not to, I think. Maybe later. Okay. They think they want me to plot the garden. When you're allowed to tell us, tell us. Eileen said, I read somewhere they have Norfolk horn. We'll let you know what other breeds they have. Yes. Okay, Trivia said probably closer to 50 to 75. And now I'm getting too slow. Sharon said I'm going to finish DK socks and work on half and half wrap. Rebecca said I finally found a knee-high hunting sock pattern. I need the yardage count so I can figure out how much fiber to spin into yarn. Sorry, I had to scroll that up. Melissa said humbug posted. Thank you. Carrie said D&D is at her house, so all her stuff is here. Sometimes she even spins. Rico said, oh heck, I think I can say. A weaving artist owned the home. She had a cute weaving studio. And that was actually a big reason they decided on it. Does that mean you're going to get a new studio? Andy's knitting an Intarsia sweater. Carrie said, do we know what the... I know what the words are. I know. At least one of them is yours, Carrie. But I think maybe it might have been more than one. Kim wants to weave a rag carpet. Tracy said that will be so fun to watch you do again. So cute. You know what? He loves it. I mean, he loves dyeing. Kimberly said my weekend is gardening, chores, spinning, fleece washing, and maybe some laundry, house cleaning. Nah. I actually pretty much have the house under control right now. It's not bad. I took care of the kitchen today. Candy said I can't bring myself to do one of those half and half wraps. Teresa's getting a haircut. Oh my goodness. She said I have not cut it in 3 years, maybe more. That's a big day. Mel said I'm going to split the fiber from my sweater spin. Supposed to be going on a big bike ride, but one of the new bikes is having a tech issue. Really? Lana's trying to decide what to pack. Thank you, Melissa. Kimberly said we're in triple digit heat all week and next as well. We're only going to be like in the 80s, so it won't be bad. Julie says stovetop and shower stall trick. Heat equal parts white vinegar and Dawn very gently and stir together to avoid suds. Spray that on your stovetop or shower lightly. Let it sit for an hour or two, then come back and just wipe down. I'm going to try it. Hey, Donna. Carrie said, gasp, I'm so excited now. I love surprises. Jen said, I'm combing out a Suffolk Corriedale fleece that was just going to get thrown away. Jen, but it has a 3-inch staple, nice and crimpy and combing well, but this is my first time, so don't know what I'm doing. Well, you're learning. That's what you're doing. Candy said the only chores I have left is mowing. That can wait till Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday. I do have to work in my garden some this week. Lori said hubby works all weekend nights, which means I get to craft finishing my bamboo tunic today. 2 more rows left. Granny square tunic, starting a shawl. Wow, Lori's busy. Lana wants to weave a rug as well. Oh, you're making your own looms. That sounds really cool. Candy said that must be a nice and bouncy, fluffy fleece. Eileen said sounds nice to Jen. Erin said sounds everyone is going to have a fabulous weekend. It does. Donna is spinning a braid of Malabrigo. Is it noob? Is that the only spinning fiber they have? I just saw a really pretty one on Facebook the other day. Donna, was that you spinning it? Was it Wales Road? Because that is one of my top 2 of their colorways. Top 2 favorites. Sharon said I also use vinegar and Blue Dawn dish soap. Sorry, you guys, my leg is asleep. For hard water stains on shower glass door. Works great. Okay. That's my biggest problem in this whole house because our water is we have a lot of lime. Ray said, I love this group, all these wonderful projects and the great advice for the novice fiber artist. Thank you. So I need to ask Jen a question. I know you guys have questions and stuff, and I have a question for Jen. Jen is a shearer, and we've talked a little in comments on a different video, but Jen, what is the best way for me to connect with shearers in my area to try to tap into, I guess, those places that are, and I'm not trying to get free fleeces. I'm trying to make contact with farms that have fleeces that they might throw away or they don't know what to do with that are really, really nice. I know the shearer is a good person to make that determination and connect with me. So what is a good way for me to make that connection? Is there a public trade publication? Is there a list somewhere? Like, help me. Because I feel like that could be it. Okay, sorry, you guys. Candy said, I think it's the only braids they have, the noob. Okay. Rhonda said, Julie, I use the cleaning vinegar with Dawn to clean the kitchen and bath too. The house we lived in used gray water for the sinks and showers, so the water went out to the yard pasture. That's nice. Then it doesn't get wasted. Especially where you guys were, because it's a lot drier, right? Carrie said, I have only spun one noob, and I heard they were all difficult to draft like mine was. I did enjoy it, but the colors are still tempting. The colors are so gorgeous. Rhonda said, I didn't have to worry about the Dawn vinegar hurting our animals. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Rita said, I'm going to sit here on my tail and spin and take care of my 90-year-old mom. Plus, my son has a UTI. Oh my goodness, Rita. You got a lot going on. Kiara wants to know too. Carrie said, oh wow, that's a lot. Make sure you take care of yourself. 100%. It's so hard for caretakers. Anne said, oh gosh, I've been wondering the same thing about local fleeces, and my thought is to visit county fairs. All right, Anne, I see you. That makes sense. Like a good place to start making that connection. Okay, Lori said, I mixed the lemon juice into a paste with the baking soda. I will try that too. Eileen wants to know too. There's a disconnect in the US, and I don't know if you have that in England or not, because you guys have the wool board. So it is, I mean, the British wool board is something that we're missing in the US that would change everything for us, really, if we had something like that, because you would be able to buy graded, tested for soundness, like all those things, wool in big quantities that you literally just can't do it that way here. Not the way that you can there. So it's a disconnect we have here that is just so big, and it would, if we could solve it, we could make such a big difference. Okay, Jen said ASI has a list of shearers, but definitely look them up. They might be a great resource. Most shearers I know have a lot of fleeces themselves as well, and I think would love hand spinners reaching out. See, I've been thinking about this. Mel and I have talked about it a couple different times, and I just have not been able to figure out, like, where do you even start? So I have put literally days worth of thought into, like, how can I solve this? How can I do this? And I think that might be my way. Carrie said, thank you for all the noob tips. Now I'll have to try it. I do have a steamer. I've heard that the steaming is great. So Jenny, no, I didn't. I'm sorry. I'm confusing you guys. I'm so sorry. That happens sometimes when we have people with the same names. Jen said, since China hasn't been buying wool, I know a lot of ranchers have wool stored up for the last 3 years. I wonder why that is. Julie said, yeah, I learned all this non-toxic cleaning while wintering on a boat so as not to send anything bad into the ocean. I use vinegar almost all the time. That's one of my favorites. Sharon said, is the wool board like Ravelry for fleece? No, the wool board is where, like, you can... Right. Melissa said, we in the US have to be our own wool board. They will buy fleeces from farms and shepherds and etc., grade them. Yes, that's true. What Eileen's saying is true too, but it does give you like a quality and a place for manufacturers to buy like big quantities where they're graded and they're all the same breeds and they know all that stuff. We just literally don't have anything like that. But yes, they buy for extremely low prices. So if hand spinners would go directly to the farms and pay a better price, I don't know how to explain it. It would really cut out for the hand spinners. For manufacturers, they're probably still going to have to go to the wool board in the UK. I can't see how you could get around that, but there's probably a way. Mel said, this is a great idea, Trish. I think about this all the time and have talked to many ag people about it. I literally think about it almost daily. Like, how can I fix this? How can I solve this? Because there is a call for those fleeces, the good ones anyway. Yeah, I'm sorry, Jenny. I'm sorry, Jenny. Carrie said to Julie, "You are like the most interesting man in the world, but a woman, which is more interesting." Rhonda said in Texas, you would contact your local county extension agent to ask about wool breeders. I would imagine we have that here. Like an extension agent, we must have them here for farms. Rhonda, you are smart. Thank you. That could be it. Button said wool board sell to carpet manufacturers and large producers. Right. Lots of sheep farmers don't get much for the fleece. Exactly. Jelaine said there is a wool pool somewhere. I'm sure there is. I'm sure. But I think a little bit like what Buttons is saying and what Eileen is saying also, that's not a place where hand spinners can go. And they're really not producing roving and top and stuff for hand spinners, if that makes sense. Jen said, I don't know if people could pull together and buy bales. They are heavy, like, 350 pounds. So they are not super conducive to single buyers. Jen, I feel like I need you to email me. Because, well, I can't go all into it. It's hugely deep into the topic, but I know exactly what you're saying. Eileen said, I once posted a link to a great video about the wool board on Facebook. I think I will find it and post it again. I think that's how I learned about it, Eileen. Rhonda said the Department of Agriculture may have some wool stuff too. I believe that after Mel and I talked the first time, I was on that website, and that sort of got my wheels going. But I know there are so many people who throw their fleeces away or store them in rooms in the back of their barns or whatever, and then they end up getting thrown away eventually anyway. Right. Button said large manufacturers can buy in bulk abroad as well and probably get even cheaper prices. Yeah. Trivia said, once you made contact, would you be putting us in touch with these farms through Facebook, or do you have a different plan? So, that's a great question, Trivia. And I think, I'm scared to tell you guys what I want to do, but I think what I really want to do is find a way to, like, get them to you guys, or probably myself, or maybe get them processed. Work with a mill and get them processed to get them. Does that make sense? So I think I might want to try different things. Because you guys want different things. Some of you don't want to produce, like do the production part. You know what I mean? I don't know. That was a lot. Okay, sorry, I'm reading. Yes. Buttons is talking about World of Wool. That's another thing. We really don't have that in the US. Anything on that scale. Of course we have mills. Of course. But we don't have anything like on that scale. And maybe it's a good thing. I don't know. Mel said Trish is the fiber pimp. I just want to be part of that connection and that disconnect that we currently have changing so that everybody benefits. The farmers benefit, the spinners benefit. Like, the only ones that don't benefit are the middlemen, and they can just find something else to do. Kimberly said we have a wool growers association in Idaho, and I am now friends with my local shearer. He says he's going to look out for a nice fleece for me. Trivia said, that answered my question perfectly. I'm so glad you're considering this. I'm really not sure where it will go or if it will ever go anywhere because it's such a hard problem to solve, but I'm trying. Rhonda said that's a good idea. You might check with large animal vets in your area. I'm going to check out, though, our local extension and MSU. MSU must have extension offices, right? Eastland said you would have to work. I mean, I wouldn't have to. I don't have to do anything. Have a group of buyers and certain goods in demand, and then, well, and then you would have to work with the mills and the fleece raisers. I mean, I think that's definitely. Button said, could you start with like a directory? Maybe. Maybe that would be a good start. Julie said, sounds like the problems Clara Parks is working on. So I know she did talk about some of them. Mel said sheer Tinder. Exactly. You just swipe right, swipe left. I didn't know that Clara Parks was still working on it, but it is something that she kind of touched on in Vanishing Fleece, but also different, if that makes sense, but kind of. I don't know. Candy said, my sister-in-law couldn't unload hers, but it was a Suffolk Hamp, which isn't a popular breed for spinners, I don't think, but we're getting more spinners who understand, and I do credit Shave 'em to Save 'em. Kira mentioned it. More spinners are learning that each fleece has its uses. So it's getting out there that it's not all about merino and BFL. You know what I mean? Spinning, I mean. Chris said I reached out to our Louisiana LSU Ag Center who got us in touch with 4-H to find the one guy who shears the few farm sheep in southeast Louisiana. I bet that's a hard place to grow sheep. Lee said, sometimes in your county seat. Okay, helpful. This is all very helpful. Thank you. Lisa said, since the plague began, lots of farmers here in Oz stopped shipping to China and advertised fleeces on Facebook. I think, Lisa, we're definitely seeing more of that, but I also think a lot of farmers don't want that step, if that makes sense. Like, they don't have time to do the listing, the skirting, the shipping fleece by fleece. So just like Jen was saying, they end up needing to bale it. So, okay, this was good. You guys are very helpful. Oh, Julie said Clara has a whole discussion board where people connect over U.S. wool markets. See, I didn't even know that. Aaron said we have a sheep breed council here in Kansas. Kimberly said I'm also in a group that's working on a local fiber shed for our area. Thank you, Julie. I appreciate that. Oh, Chris said Gulf Coast native and one Icelandic. So interesting. Sheep something council. Eileen said, although I have to say, having just finished my rough fell test for the breed study, I'm not sure I would have much use for that. So rough. Hello, Lindsay. I mean, I know what you're saying, Eileen, but somebody would want to use that for a rug or a saddle blanket or, you know. All right. I gotta go, guys. I went way over today. I appreciate this, though. Seriously, Mel, right? I want to be part of it so much. It's really important to me. Lana said I need to go as well. Need to start packing and figure out what I'm taking. Enjoy your day and stay cool and hydrated. Catch you later. Bye. So you guys have a great day. I will be back tomorrow. I don't know exactly what time. I love you guys.
Thumbs up, people.
Oh, John wants you to hit the like.
Thumbs up, people.
All right.
Show my wife some love.
See you guys tomorrow. Bye.